Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vase. Once again, not running a camera at the moment. I don't know, for some reason I had little camera issues and just don't have time to figure it out. I am finally back in the States for a week, and then we are leaving again to travel the world. Just a quick stopover and then keep going. All right, let me situate here a little bit and slide that over. There we go. Hope everything is working. Oops, I have to mute that. Whole new setup here, so that's why it's gonna get a little bumpy. Okay, here we go. Gonna attempt to do my best to keep this to 30 minutes, and I'm not gonna spend 8 minutes like last time talking about my website, but real quick, go over to tonebase.com. It answers all of your questions. Both conferences are right there. You can, and also have way faster internet, so shit loads quick. Here are my upcoming workshops. After that, there will be lots of webinars. Hope my audio is good. I'm back to a different microphone. If you were looking for the indicator, click on that. Damn, this is fast internet. If you want to know where I'm traveling to, check out my calendar. And if you want to request me for meetups or conferences, please click on speaker request forum. I might start doing consulting again, but I don't know. But I'm about to start traveling again. If you want to support my work, go to affiliates and click on any of these links. Oh, I didn't even see that. All right. That's new. And I will be updating all of that. If you want to learn how to trade Bitcoin, go there. And if you want to buy stuff, the Tone Vase is gone. Damn it. I guess we sold out of them. Damn it. All right. Well, we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back next year. It's okay. All right. For the conferences, the full videos are here. We are working as I speak. Thank you so much for volunteering. We are working as I speak on individual videos for understanding Bitcoin that will be posted to the Understanding Bitcoin YouTube channel. Okay, how do we begin today's video? Let's begin today's video by playing something from yesterday's video. Okay, I set this up to the 20-minute and 20-second mark to keep this short. You guys can also see the live chat from yesterday's video. Let's play it real quick. Let me know if the audio is not coming through.
This just feels like one of those triangles that's gonna break out and head fake you. It'll like break out to 54, 55, and most people, including myself, would go long on it looking for this target, and then we would get crushed to the downside. It just has this icky feeling of a head fake and smash down. I just don't like the decelerating momentum that's happening right here, suckering in the bulls. Now, the sequential is totally neutral on a weekly scale. I want to look at.
All right, now let's go back to that 4-hour chart. We're gonna go right to the meat and potatoes on this one. So, where's that 4-hour chart? Here's that 4-hour chart. What I said in that video is that I just didn't like this triangle. Look, it fit all of my markers of a triangle, but I guess you can say it's experience. It just didn't feel right. The momentum was just being sucked out of the price of Bitcoin. You can see it in the RSI. You can see it in the MACD. The CMF was the real, that was the one that really did it for me. Like the CMF was just a disaster. And that told me that the likely thing that's gonna happen was gonna be, a fake breakout to the upside. And I believe I said 5,400 to 5,500, and it hit 5,466 at the high. Now that high happened to be on a combo 13 on a 4-hour, but that wasn't exactly critical, right? That's exactly what happened. Now I got on a 9-hour flight to the US from Rome soon after I did that video. So I wasn't, online to watch this happen, unfortunately. And when I got here last night, a friend picked me up, went to dinner, and that was like 11 p.m. And then I just went to sleep because I was still on European time, and now it's 7:40 a.m. in the U.S. And so didn't really get much chance to look at it. Here's the hourly chart. The hourly chart, like this triangle, I liked. Like this triangle, on the hourly chart, I liked because it had momentum going up. But this bigger one, I really, really didn't. Now, the sequential on the hourly chart did not do you any good. It did not help you at all in helping you make this trade. But one of the people in my Telegram group the only way to get into my Telegram group is to have access to my indicator. So you can either buy the indicator outright or you can attend the workshop. That group has now a lot of people, and it really got to get cleaned up because there's an unreasonable amount of spam and nonsense that goes on. And I will clean it up, I promise, because most of you do watch this show. Okay, so if I go to the 10-minute chart, somebody did post this and they were able to trade this beautifully. They used the 10-minute chart, which is my favorite intraday chart, is the 10-minute chart. As a day trader, I love the 10-minute chart. So someone was able to use the 10-minute chart on the triangle breakout and then subsequent breakdown in order to time this trade. So good job. Sorry, I forgot who it was that posted it, but I saw it for a second early this morning when I woke up, and that was really good. And then you had a secondary nice sell indication right here on a 10-minute chart as well. There hasn't been any nines at the bottom. Now, this is a promising candle. It's unfortunate that this candle is taking place on a 5, but this is a promising candle. So it looks like the current low just came in and this candle is going to be over in 20 seconds. That is a promising hammer candle. If only this candle was, on a 9 sequential and a 13 sequential and a 9 setup, I would be more eager to try to, do a tiny swing trade, but I wouldn't touch it. I would not touch this. There's 4 seconds left. This thing could even drop to there. I wouldn't jump on this. This is right here is another classic 9 with a 1 to 4 candle correction and then continuation into the countdown phase. That is a classic. That is classic DeMark. And that's not what you're going to read in a textbook. That is something you learn from trading it and dealing with professional traders. Now, I would still be looking for the countdown phase to the 13, but we are dealing with 10-minute charts, which are generally not that useful. Going back to the hourly charts, once the sequential loads. Going back to the hourly charts, this is a 4 of 9 looking horrible. Going to the 4-hour charts, this is a 3 of 9 looking horrible. Your momentum looks bad. Moving up the ranks to the 12-hour. 12 hours on a price flip. If the next candle, which begins in 20 minutes, starts trading lower than the current candle and breaking the setup trend support line, this is in a little bit of trouble, and 4,400 is very likely. It's unfortunate that the daily candle is not going to make it to its 9 because, lower level time frames and higher level time frames, didn't align with the daily chart. Now, I love the daily chart, but in Bitcoin, those of you that have watched me all year would have heard me say that, hey, the 12-hour chart seems to be a little better reacting in Bitcoin than the daily chart. So keep that in mind. So the daily chart is on a price flip. Once this thing closes on a red 1, that's it. The daily timing mechanism to try and sell on a 9 in the $5,600 area is over. Now, the weekly told you not to trade the current week. This is, again, classic. I was hoping this can, swing up a little bit higher, get a little bit closer to that moving average, but hey, nothing is perfect. This is not looking good. Now at this point, I'm not SmackDown. If you did take on the short trade, if you recognized the fact that the breakout out of the ascending triangle was going to be a head fake, then in that case, you have confidence in this play because the weekly chart is calling for a 1 to 4 week correction coming off the current week's candle. Now, we still have a few days to go. Anything can happen. But if this candle closes as a bearish candle, let's say this candle closes just below 5,000, closes just below this blue line, I would be pretty damn, bearish on Bitcoin. And your options are 1 to 4 candle correction. And it's possible that the 1 week correction would be over, right? It's 1 to 4 weeks. I don't know if it's going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. But the most likely outcome is more than a 1 week correction, at least to this purple moving average that is declining, very likely back to the $4,000 area, which was the area of the breakout. And then we can start looking at, did Bitcoin bounce? Is the low in? Like, I'm not gonna until I see Bitcoin bounce strong off of the $4,000 area or go all the way to 8K without a pullback, I will have to assume that the low is not in, that we are gonna go sub 3,000. Nothing has changed. I know Tyler and Leah have this bet, 6,500 or 1,500, which one's gonna happen first? Obviously, we're way closer to 6,500, but this big drop while I was in the air flying from Europe to the US is not good. It's not good, and it's if this continues any further, if this goes down into that $4,800 range, people are going to start to panic, and this would have been that bull trap that I've been talking about for a while now. Now, this candle is not going to update until 12 hours from now. It's a daily update. I will remain on my bull trap circle, and then we will see what happens, okay? So for now, it's staying the way it is. The weekly chart told you not to trade. The daily chart had you in a long trade, but now your daily chart is completely neutral, telling you to get out. You can't wait, right? Like, sure, you can wait to be sure this closes as a red one, but this can close as a red one in the $4,500 area. You have 12 hours to go, and you just fell $500, okay? So you really want to be a little bit careful here. The 12-hour is the same exact way, and the 12-hour will flip over in 14 minutes. Let's move on to traditional markets a bit. I don't have any trades on right now. I did not take that short trade because I wasn't around. Now, had I been watching the market, had I not been on a 10-hour plane ride, and then plus, going through security at the airport, there and back, I mean, it's a good 12, 13 hours, straight. Without really being able to pay attention to the market. Now, had I been there, I would have attempted to try to time my short trade again because my short trade had failed, or well, it didn't fail. It made me money, right? So I had a short trade from here to here. Now, I wanted that short trade to be from here, all the way down to 4,000 at least, maybe even 3,000. I was looking for another opportunity to short it. This did not give me a good opportunity to short it. This would have potentially given me a good opportunity to short it, but I was not around at this time. I was in the air, therefore couldn't short it. And now I feel like it's too late for me to time a good short. So I will stay patient. I will wait, and I will see if I can time the bounce off of 4,000. And if that doesn't work, then I will be looking for sub $3,000 prices. Guys, I'm open to the idea that Bitcoin has bottomed at 3,000. I am totally open to it, right? Like, I really don't, it looks like I care what the haters say because I pay so much attention to trolls. If Bitcoin bottoms at 3,000 and never goes to 1,300, I don't care if people are gonna laugh at me for calling 1,300. That is not important to me. I call 1,300 as the lowest possible target back when Bitcoin was 15,000. My most optimistic target was 5,000, my neutral, my in-between target was 3,000. So we hit my in-between target, right? Like it's fine. The moment I recognize that 3,000 was the low, I will tell you. But right now, it is too early to make that connection. I would rather be a little late than wrong, okay? I would love for 3,000 to have been the low. And the moment I see that, the moment I feel that it was, oh, wow, GBTC really went up. Oh, because the market would have closed GBTC right at the top. This thing is going to get smacked down so bad. But I don't have any. I'm not holding any at the moment. I really should have held out my long a little bit longer, could have taken more profit. But hey, it is what it is. We need to talk about this some more. I think this is going to get smacked down at least back to this orange line. And that could be a potential. What's going on here? Shouldn't this have more history? Let me refresh this. Yes. I think this will come back down to this orange line at least one more time, okay? At least one more time. Look how many times we have flirted with this line in the past, and therefore, I do believe we are going to go to this line one more time. This is the minor profitability chart. I need to put some more highlights on it. I really wish this wasn't there. It really bothers me. Because it kind of like squishes the chart and it's hard to like, you want to look at it like that, okay? Like that. You can spot the halvings on this chart. One of them is right there. That's when this thing gets just like immediately smashed to the downside. And the other one was right there, okay? Those were the halvings. And this is like the only chart that has me this is like the best evidence I have to convince me that 3,000 was the low. So thank you to whoever pointed me onto this chart. I mean, I'm sorry, I forgot the name because I just deal with too many people. I know your Twitter handle. We've communicated on Telegram. And this is the best evidence that I have seen, not counting what Willy Woo does with on-chain volume. I leave that up to the expert, which is him, but I am the, ignore volume TA guy. And this is the best evidence I've seen to convince me that 3,000 was the low. Is it enough evidence to convince me that 3,000 was the low? No, it's not. Okay. But this is the best evidence that I've seen. Okay. Gold. I would stay away from gold. It's on a green price flip. If the next candle is going up above the current candle, there could be a bullish trade on gold. Gold can go down to under 1,000. It can also go up to 2,000. I mean, gold is in this very, very weird position. Very weird position. This is the weekly scale. I should glance at the daily scale. I don't like the daily scale either. And the daily scale has like maybe 2 more days of upside, and assuming that the current day, trades back up, and then it'll probably reverse. If I had to choose which way gold would go, sub 1,000 or above 1,500, with 51 to 53% likelihood, I would say gold is going sub 1,000 before it goes to 1,500. But that is not enough for me to take on a trade in any direction. Okay, silver looks even worse than gold. You see, look, silver is on a 7 weekly to the downside after a back test of a triangle. Gold is on a neutral price flip to the upside. So they're like, silver is even worse than gold. Oil continues to look very, very bullish. Maybe several more weeks of upside. It can make it all the way to like 65. Leah was right. I find it hard to, it's not that I find it hard to believe that Leah was right. That would have come out very, very bad. Hi, Leah. But I can't believe that oil is going up like that. I would not have expected it. So Leah was right. S&P. So earlier this morning, and by earlier, I mean 20 minutes ago, when I opened this up, I saw a green 2 going above a green 1 that is currently not happening, okay? So today is an interesting day. Today, unfortunately, is Thursday, okay? This is a doji. This is potentially a green 2 going above a green 1, or at least it was at one point. If the S&P can close this week at a new yearly high. The current yearly high is 2899.75, 2900 even. The current S&P high for the year is 2900 even. If I see that the S&P is closing above 2900 on Friday, it becomes another one of those rare instances where I want to be long S&P into the weekend because I would be anticipating a huge up week next week. Pending any major economic news next week, I don't know. I have not been paying attention to the macroeconomic picture. So unless there is some kind of a known economic event going on next week, or unless there's like a job report coming tomorrow, like I just don't know, which probably isn't because that's the first Friday of the month. But anyway, unless there is some kind of major economic news coming out, I'm neutral right now, but I'm neutral with like itchy fingers to buy the S&P again, right? Because this would be a green 2 above a green 1 above the 9. Now, in a perfect world, we get a green 2 above a green 1, but not above the 9 or not above the close of the 8 candle, right? So if today closes at, say, 28.99, and then the following day we start trading above 29, I would be comfortable like getting into the S&P on a Friday, which is, again, an anomaly. I almost never, ever, ever do that, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much the story here. Okay, I got about 5 minutes for your questions. Once again, guys, please check out tonebase.com. We're going to be adding lots more t-shirts up for sale. Check out if you're interested in the sequential system. Please check out the education, learn trading section. All of those links are free in section number 6. If you want to support my channel, please use the affiliate section to buy things, including your Amazon shopping. That helps support my channel. If you want to purchase the indicator, that is in the indicator section. If you want to attend a workshop, which will become webinars very soon, you can go there. If you want to know where I'm traveling to, check out the calendar. And if you want to request me to speak at your conference or your meetup, please use the speaker request form. The conference links are right here as well. Conferences. We're going to probably announce another conference in a week or two once we are done processing everything for understanding Bitcoin. Those individual videos will come out. Any questions? Can you take a look at Tesla? Sure, we can go and take a look at Tesla. US stocks. Again, please check out yesterday's video around the 20-minute mark where I discussed the possible breakout to 54.55, then smash down. That triangle just didn't feel right. Let's see here. I need my watch list. Let's go to Tesla. Okay, here's Tesla. Tesla is totally neutral. Like Tesla, it's in a bearish posture. It's in a bearish posture, right? Like if I had to choose where I want to be, I mean, this is consensio, right? This is moving averages. The moving averages are dropping. Tesla has been on a downtrend all year. There is no reason to assume the downtrend is going to end. You are on a red 1 daily. Now, if today hasn't opened yet, if Tesla starts trading lower than yesterday, and I don't know where Tesla is in the pre-market, I don't like to trade the first 15 minutes of trading, but A red 2 going below a red 1 gets you into a short trade, okay? And it's at a new yearly low, right? This is when you short Tesla. It's Tesla is looking bad, but do not hold it into earnings. If Tesla is going to get so beat up going into earnings from $380 down to say 250, it's almost impossible to disappoint on earnings at that point, and the probability is that earnings will smash you to the upside. Someone is saying, what do I think of Lyft? Oh, looked at Lyft? Oh, yeah. Like, remember what I said? Remember we did that video on Lyft with Tyler? And I said, I would not buy Lyft until this sucker goes 50% lower than guys, I've had too much experience with IPOs. They are just like ICOs. Okay, they are cash out for the insider events. Only these are legal and the ICOs are not. That's the difference. Okay, so we were looking at Tesla over here, and Tyler was borderline interested, and I wasn't. And I think, oh God, I hope I'm not wrong on this one, Tyler. You're watching. Let's talk about Tesla. What a beautiful short trade. The sequential has just occurred. Oh, yesterday. Oh man, why didn't I look at Tesla yesterday? God, sorry, not Tesla, Lyft. Guys, look, it's never advisable to trade an IPO. Never. You have to be like one hell of an expert to trade an IPO. Like, I would never advise a noob trader, and by noob I mean if you've traded for less than 5 years, you have absolutely no business trading the first, let's say, 3 months of an IPO or the first few months of an IPO. But look at this. Look at this perfect freaking short. A red 2 going below a red 1, going below the prior swing low. And the count and the sequential has just started. I mean, I honestly would not buy Lyft. It opened at 90, 45. That's where I would consider buying Lyft. 45. That's what most of them do. And even then, you may have to double down at like 30, okay? Even then, you should be careful. I think Lyft is going to do just fine. I just think that it's grossly overpriced. And I don't even know how many shares they issued. So it's hard for me to like sit here and say that Lyft is overpriced from some kind of a fundamental analysis perspective, because I have never looked at Lyft from a fundamental analysis perspective. I just have experienced with, popular IPOs that sucker in the retail trader. And my experience is they lose 50% of their value within the first 6 months of IPO. Okay, so I will wait and see. And if this thing takes you down into a 9 on a daily sequential, that could be the pickup of the year. Okay, so I am so confident in this short trade, and I wish I saw it. I probably would have, but there's no options on Lyft, and I only have a retirement trading account at the moment. I've literally shut down my traditional trading account so that I don't get distracted. So I would have had zero opportunity to profit from this short on Lyft. I doubt there are options on an asset, that only existed for a few days, and I'm not allowed to short assets in my retirement account. So I have zero ability to profit from this, but I can educate you guys that this was a beautiful short, but only for an experienced trader. Only for an experienced trader. Okay. Someone has asked me to compare Bitcoin now to 2015. That is very, very easy to do. It is very, very easy to do. If I go to the weekly chart of Bitcoin and I set this to full screen, maybe I should use the other one, but not this one. Let me see if the other one's better. Let me see if this one is better. Let's go to full screen. Let's do this. Where is Bitcoin based on the 2015 bear market? I believe we are here. I believe that this spike, the November spike of 2015, is the current spike from 3 to 5,000. This spike went from September of 2014 at a price of, let's just see what the low was on that week. The low was 285, and the high 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks later, 6 or 7 weeks later, the high was 475. Let's say, let's round, right? 285 to 475. What percentage is that, right? So 285 times 2 would be 570-ish, right? And this only went to 475. So this was approximately a 70% up move from, this is just my, math in my head. So that was a 70% up move, right? Let's see what the up move was here. If we use the ultimate low, we can use the ultimate low of 3150, or we can use the secondary low of, let's say 33, right? So let's split the middle here. Let's just use 32 as an average. And on how high did we get? We got to 54. So that's about a 70% move. Like if you actually do the math on this, oh, I'm curious. Oh, wait, I can't do the math on this. Let me do it real quick. Let me do it real quick here. So the math that I want to do is I want this little guy, and I want to go from here. I want to go from this low up to that high. What is that? Oh, wait, that's not it. Sorry, my bad. I'm like, whoa, 200%. No, that's not the one I'm talking about. It's this one. Okay. Oh, I was wrong. It's only 60%. I said 70. Sorry, Florida State, for your master's in mathematics. Oh, no, I did good. No. Look. 67%. Close. Oh, I said 70. I was right. Yay, Florida State. Good job, guys. You taught me good. To do percentages in my head. And okay, so there it is, right? So now I can just slide this over. I'm not changing the thing here. Oh, it's changing automatically, right? So that was 67%. I just don't want to draw new shit. So that was 70%. And now we can slide this over. We can try the ultimate low. Like, I don't know which is better to use, right? So we can try the ultimate low. Let me zoom in on this like that. Let me get the numbers right. And if I use the ultimate low and I go to the ultimate high, that is 74%. And if I use the secondary low, which actually kicked off the bull market, and we only get 63. So if you split the middle, you get about 67%, which is exactly what it was back then, right? So, oh, we went a little higher than that. Did we? No, we didn't. That's the high. The smash down hasn't happened yet. Right. So there it is, right? So that's where I think we are compared to it. And percentage-wise, it looks exactly the same. Now, again, anything can happen. We can go to 8,000 tomorrow. Anything can happen. But currently I have a 70% likelihood that we are going to go back to 4,000. Now, and then we reevaluate, Okay, guys, I need to get going, actually. And that was good. You had a couple of good questions. Thank you for pointing me to Lyft. And thank you for having me take a look at Tesla. We will take I haven't paid attention to your live trade and sorry, live trade. I haven't paid attention much to the live chat. Thank you for your tip, Mark. Tone, can you compare? Oh, I did. Okay, that was the tip question. Gold is in an ascending triangle at monthly. Meh, I guess that's a quick glance. Let's look at the monthly. Let's make that a big screen. Wow, my monthly chart is convoluted. I can't see shit. No, it's not. It is not monthly because I can't draw a straight horizontal line, maybe, and it's not as clean as I'd like it to be. Maybe I'll need to think about it some more. Okay, maybe. All right, guys. thank you so much for watching. I promised to keep this to 30 minutes, and I failed. It went over to almost 40. And but you did have good questions. Please check out tonebase.com. Please see where I'm traveling to next. And I will be heading off to Philly to speak at a meetup. Not sure if it's not there. It needs to be here. And the meetup right here, and then the workshop, and then I will be in Mexico. All right. I will talk to you all on the next one.